Good morning and welcome in for another video of myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK, and it is currently Tuesday 23rd of July, 4 AM. Vehicle checks done on the Nemesis. I'm not going to lie, Kev just then in the yard nearly gave me a heart attack. It would have been the ambulance for me, that. Oh my word. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So what just happened then, as you've just seen on the camera, there was a very, very close call to the camera getting squashed by another truck. Now, to be fair, it's my fault. I didn't expect Kev to be in his unit just yet. I thought I had another 5 or 10 minutes before he was driving over towards where the trailers were. I thought he was still getting himself sorted. So I put the camera down in the middle of the yard so I could get a nice little shot reversing onto the trailer. And then Kev just come out of nowhere. I'm sat in my cab, I'm like, no! Trying to give him a heads up, but he didn't see me because it's dark. He didn't see the camera because it's dark, and he missed the camera on the floor by millimeters. I was like, oh my god, no. Luckily it's alright though, so we're all good. But man, that's one way to wake me up in the morning. Destroy a £400 camera. Remind yourself, put it in a place where it's not going to get ran over next time. Again, my defence, it's normally pretty quiet this time of the morning. There's not normally another driver on, or they're just starting. So there's only me and Kevin in the actual yard, believe it or not. I thought it was safe. For today's little venture, we are heading up towards Newcastle. So it's a nice little drive going up there. However, one little problem. I've brought an overnight bag with me, just in case, because I'm expecting the worst. It's a little bit of a mess up this morning because the stock never came in last night on the trailer as it was supposed to. So instead it came to our witness depot about 7 or 8 o'clock last night, so then it's not enough time to bring it and get it processed down to our northern hub where I am now. So I've just been loaded up with 7 pallets from the hub, but now I've got to go to our witness depot and then accept 18 pallets to then take up to Newcastle. To drive from Ashton to Widnes, it's about 30 minutes drive, so I'm looking at least an hour's driving time added onto my journey because the trailer never came in last night on time. Unfortunately, that's what I've got to deal with today, and hopefully I'll make it back tonight. If not, well, it's a night out and I've got my bag, so I'm prepared. It's a nice sky, isn't it, in the morning? It's really nice. On the way to Widnes though, I just need to get some fuel, so I don't have to stop on the way up towards Newcastle. It's currently 5:10 at the moment, but the guys don't start until 6 at Widnes. So instead of waiting around, may as well get some fuel for myself. But just look at the sky over there, it's beautiful. Again, this is one of the perks of the jobs. Being a HGV driver, this is my office view for the morning. Fantastic, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, I'll be looking at a lot of brake lights later on, sat in traffic, but hey, you'll take the rough with the smooth, haven't you? That's what I love about starting early as well. Roads are really quiet, there's nobody driving around. And you get a nice sunrise. Yeah, I've got to go this way. I'm going to have the HGV fuel. Everybody's still in bed, tucked up. They need to sort the surface out on this service station. Craters everywhere. We'll go for the end one. All fueled up and now ready to go straight down to Widnes. Turns out they didn't actually arrive last night, but they've just arrived now. So that's pretty good timing for me at least. So all I've got to do now is sit around, wait for George to take all their pallets off their delivery and then load them up onto myself. Hopefully it won't be taking too long because it's quite a long drive to Newcastle, isn't it? Due to it being a heavy load today, straps are going to be needed. A little bit of a tip as well, if you are new to driving, when you are throwing the straps over, make sure you keep the buckle end on your side, and then when you throw it over, it'll unravel itself like so, then fall over on the other side quite nice and easy. And then if somebody's walking past, just on the off chance you don't see them as you're throwing it over, at least you'll get hit with a strap and not the buckle. The time's just hit 7 AM and now we're ready to hit the road. Because I've got a long journey ahead of me, I'm looking at about 4 hours drive, 184 miles to go. Not exactly what I needed or had in mind. M6 northbound isn't normally too bad, especially when you get past Haydock. Hopefully when I get past Wigan, it'll clear up a little bit. Preston gets quite heavy sometimes. Especially this part of the day, it probably will get heavy now till probably Blackpool. Don't know if it's been an accident or anything, or a vehicle breakdown up ahead. Lots of possibilities. As soon as I get past Preston, jobs are good and straight up there, no traffic normally, all the way up to Carlisle. Foot down. So yeah, hopefully it'll be alright. I might even stop at T-Bay. Depends how I feel. I do like T-Bay northbound. It's one of my favourite services. The old problem is it's quite a bit of a pain trying to get in there in a truck sometimes because the parking spaces aren't too great, because the car park gets that busy from car drivers. They normally go on to the lay-bys and little parking spaces where the HGVs go as well, which does suck a little bit when that happens. Done it quite a few times where I pulled in T-Bay and I've had to go straight out because there's no parking. Let's see what time it is when I get there anyway. If I can do it in one hit all the way up there, it shouldn't be too bad, because I've had 15 minutes already whilst I was waiting at Widnes depot. So the working time directive's covered. It's just the driving time. I've got 4 hours left. I've got 3.5 hours driving. You've got to appreciate the views when you're driving up north, that is for sure. I've still got 61 miles at least anyway before I'm at Carlisle, so I'm coming up towards the Lake District area at the moment. And yeah, the scenery on a nice clear day like it is today, it's fantastic. I absolutely love driving, I really do. People always ask me, would I recommend it for a career? Is it worth doing, etc.? To be honest with you, it depends on everybody's circumstances, doesn't it? Let's be honest. For myself, I personally would recommend it to people because you get to see views like this and you're somewhere different every day. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of jobs out there where you go into the same places, doing the same route all the time. Personally, I couldn't really do that, because I like to be out exploring, checking out different areas, seeing different local sights that you never would see normally on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, like as I was saying this morning as well, with the sunrise coming up, and now I've got this is the office view for the day. You can't beat it, you really can't, and you get a sense of freedom as well when you're out on the road. It's quite hard to explain, but yeah, I just absolutely love it. Just being out on the open road, you got sun shining, nice nature around you, landscape, scenery, etc. Love it, honestly. Even when they deliver to farms as well, I love seeing all the different tractors, the different machinery to use, all the animals what are on site as well. You get like play about with the cows when you deliver into a farm. It's cool, isn't it? You can't do that in an office job or a warehouse or anything. But driving up north, it does make a good difference though, because there's no traffic. So it takes that little bit of hassle out of your day, doesn't it? You're not sat around like Birmingham, for an example, where you sat bumper to bumper all day. So yeah, would I recommend it to people? Of course I would. Why not? Well, ask me the same thing when it's winter time in November and I'm getting battered by the wind and rain. That's when it's the downside of driving for sure. Just coming off now at junction 43, so I've been on the M6 for about 21 junctions, give or take. Plenty of miles, I know that, over 120 miles I think. And I'm just going up the A69 towards Hexham, and right in the distance there you can see Scotland, because I'm not far from the Scotland border where we are now. Probably what, 30 miles give or take. You forget how far up Carlisle actually is. The weather's starting to take a little bit of a turn though. It was lovely earlier, it really was. That nice clear sky, bright blue, no clouds, nice and warm. We're starting getting up here, it's a little bit dreary really, isn't it? And following signs as well for Hadrian's Wall. That's a crazy thing, isn't it? That the Romans actually built a wall to keep the Scottish out. I should try and do something like that these days. I suppose Trump did though, didn't he? He tried building his own little wall. Never really visited, I don't think, actually. Keep telling myself, try and pop in one time. A little bit of history, isn't it? Nice to see. And I've got 57 miles still to go. Moving ETA 10 to 12 for the first one. 20 past 10 at the moment. So I've got enough driving time, that's alright. I've got about 30 minutes driving time over, so I can do the first job, take the last 30 minutes, then I head over to the next one after that. Which I don't think is too far away on the first job. If you're ever travelling up to Newcastle, if you're coming from south of Warrington, stay on the M6, it's the best way. M6, cut across, less traffic, and you've got beautiful views, the scenery is great. It's just a win-win really, isn't it? You don't be driving past Leeds stuck in traffic, do you? And the roads just get nicer and nicer as you go along as well. drive through quite a few nice little villages. Still got 49 miles to go. Still travelling down the A69 as well. This road would pretty much take me straight up to Newcastle itself. It's really easy drive, isn't it? So up the M6 straight onto here. The downside about driving up here, there's a lot of bugs on the windows. Keep washing them off. I'll try and keep the screen as clear as I can for you. Oh, it's nice views though, isn't it? Giving this any day of the week over traffic, Studstow and Leeds. Get a lot of motorbikers up here as well, so if you are driving up here, just keep an eye out for the bikers. It is looking more and more for a night out though, unfortunately. Got 1 hour and 23 driving time left. I'm due to get there in 1 hour. Which means if I need to get onto a loading bay or anything, it gives me 20 minutes to drive around the yard, onto the loading bay, get myself sorted out, and then find somewhere else to park. So I'm debating whether to pull up a little bit nearer the time, take my break, and then go into the loading bays. Just so I don't have to worry about finding anything. I do believe it's on an industry estate though, so it's not too bad. Hopefully we should be able to find some parking on the estate itself. And if that's the case, I'll do the delivery and then take my break. So I'm just trying to wait up at the moment. Be a bad place around here as well to come out for camping, or if you've got a caravan, there's a lot of caravan places around here. Or with your tent, just come up, pitch your tent up, do a bit of walking around the area. If I remember rightly, I think there's a campsite just up ahead here actually on one of the corners. Oh, hot food, HP parking as well, left. Just by Hadrian Business Park. Wouldn't be a bad place for a break, that, to be fair. If it was a little bit closer. Oh, it's a snap account as well. far ahead of us. So it looks like it's got railings, and is that like an ATV of some sort? It's tiny, isn't it? Dragging a trailer with railings by the looks of it. Been stuck behind that for quite some time as well. Just got over the River Tyne. Still got 24 miles to go to the destination and 40 minutes. Got 1 hour and 2 minutes driving time left, so I'm good there actually. So I'm just going to go straight for it. I'll pull up for a break afterwards. Hopefully I won't shoot myself in the foot with that. Just got onto the A1 at the moment, and I've got 5 miles still to go. Traffic so far has been really, really good. Except obviously around the Wigan area when we first set off, but other than that, it's been actually really nice today. Weather's still holding up a little bit, a few dark clouds above Newcastle, but hopefully it'll hold off. And the time is now 25 minutes to 12. Just coming up to this junction, I'm going to take up both lanes just so I can get a nice big swing around. Just make sure you keep the indicator on for which side you're turning though. Just so everybody else around you knows what you're trying to do. I'm not a big fan about driving around Newcastle. There's a lot of weight limits, there's a lot of low bridges, etc. And there's loads of roadworks that have been going on for years where the sat-nav still doesn't pick them up properly. So you're driving down one road and next minute it's disappeared and made it into a bridge or something else. I've been caught out a few times for that place. I'm trying to think whereabouts it is. It's right near the main bridge that goes towards Newcastle Centre. Doing a lot of roadworks around that area. I've got 600 yards to go, so it's pretty much just up here on the right hand side for the first drop. So I've arrived at the first place, a little bit tight to get in to say the least. Got up to their main yard thinking should be alright, it'll open up when I get inside. Yeah, it doesn't. So I spoke to the guy and I was like, do you get many Arctics up here, mate? Nah, we tend to tell them not to bring in the Arctics up here, class 2 only if you can. Yeah, we didn't get a memo about that, unfortunately. So that is just outside the business. So I've came off the main road, very tight. I thought I was going to come to someone's back garden originally. And then I've seen the sign, obviously, for the goods in, so I've come in this way. And as I'm coming up the road, this is the view I can see. So I'm thinking, right, yeah, I should be able to spin it around up there. Should be no problems. Should be loads of space. And then as you come a little bit further up, you're like, nope. So the plan of action, try to reverse down there and then drive out. Just had a little bit of walk down the street just in case I could reverse out and then go straight down and turn around. Unfortunately, can't go that way. Reversing here, down out, that's the best I can do. Hopefully there's enough space for the trailer. Definitely one of the more tight ones that I've done anyway. Whilst doing this remover, what I need to do is go as slow as possible and keep an eye on all these mirrors. I need to make sure that one, there's no obstructions while I go hit the front bumper, anything in that mirror, and then again front bumper for that one. There's a new subscriber I just got. So what I need to do is just keep close as I can to this gate. And I don't have a lot of swing, unfortunately. So it's quite a narrow gate. I'm just trying to straighten up the cab a little bit so I can keep an eye on the passenger side. Make sure I don't get too close when I start turning it. So it's a case of just turning, straighten up, turning, so I can keep an eye on both sides on the mirrors. Now hard left turn. I need it even tighter.
I'll give it a try in a minute, yeah. If this one don't work then I'll try that. It's just with a blind reverse. Not get it. Damn. And sometimes you just can't get it. So option 2, because we can't get that turn, is come out, go down the street, and then try and do a blind reverse into here. We're doing a blind reverse down here is not something we really want to be doing. Tell you what, mate, are you right to just watch us on that main road? Yeah. I'll just pull straight onto the road. Yeah, that'll be the easiest way anyhow. I need to let the office know not to send any Arctics down here next time. So please be careful of the headboard on the passenger side. Nice one, mate. Perfect, nice one, mate. Yeah, fine. And I would need to try and turn around somewhere now. Just for speaking to the office then, because the client didn't pass the message on to us that it has to be a 7-ton only vehicle go down there. So when Mike was checking on the map, he said, well, Google car can't even get down there. So you've done well to get down. You've got to take this as wide as I can so the trailer doesn't cut the corner. Let's be careful with the headboard on the traffic lights as well, make sure that doesn't get knocked. And I need to try and for somewhere park up as well. I've got 15 minutes left to go. Just coming past now the Metro Centre off the A1. Really big shopping centre around this area. I've made delivery of that in the past, so I'll go check that vlog out. I don't know which number it is. That's when the last time I was up in Newcastle, to be honest with you. That was quite a tight one to get into. The middle of a building site it was. And you got to go all the way around as well. It was a right nightmare to try and find the right road that I needed. Well, the service bay, anyhow. I've got 10 miles to go and about 20 minutes as well before I'm at the next destination. I'm just trying to work out how that post has been hit. It must have been somebody reversing or on the wrong side of the road. I don't know, it's really odd that, isn't it? Because the way the angle is facing would have had to come from this direction, which you can't really get around on a roundabout. So I'm guessing somebody's reversed back into it somehow. That's bizarre, some of the stuff you see on the road. You just think to yourself, how has that happened? How has that crash happened the way it has, etc. It's currently 1:30 and just arrived at job number 2 over at Newcastle, and it's quite a big RDC, but however, access is a little bit of a pain because that's the gate just there. So I've got to park on this main road, block all these cars, then use the buzzer, then hopefully I'm in the right place. Well, for an RDC, where they make all this stuff for Greggs, it's a very small place for delivery, that's for sure. I'm going to try and tuck myself in here, hopefully he can get past. So I don't think he's going to reverse back. My word, everywhere's dead small today, isn't it? Got another pretty tight reverse again. Just taking it really slowly now on the passenger side. The barrier. I'm like that far away from a barrier on either side. So I don't want to rip the bumper off. Taking it very, very slow. And that's what I can see in my mirrors. Got a barrier all the way around there. And I'm checking this mirror as well. Should just be able to straighten the truck in front of the trailer. Go try and make enough space so forklift can get on both sides. Whilst I'm getting unloaded, let's do the straps. Honestly, I swear by these things. They save so much time. The guy was ready with the little PPT as well at the bay door, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long to offload. Straight on and off, that's what we need to do, don't we? Still got a collection to make yet. I don't think it's too far away, so hopefully within the hour we'll be there. Time is currently 10 to 4 and I'm approaching 12 hours working time at the moment. So I've got 3 hours worth of working time to get back to the yard. I've got 3 hours driving time to get back to the yard. However, according to the sat nav, it's 3 hours and 37 minutes to get back to the yard. It's not looking good, that, is it? So unfortunately it will be a night out tonight, as I did expect anyway. That's why I brought my overnight bag, just in case. And as I always say, if you're driving more than 3 hours away from your depot, if you think about it, that's a 6-hour round trip minimum. So take an overnight bag, take some extra snacks with you, etc., just in case you do end up having a night out, because anything can happen. It could be weather, traffic, etc. Accidents are always occurring on the roads these days, so be prepared for a night out. Anything over 3 hours, I would recommend. 174 miles to go in total. So a little bit of a drive ahead of me right now. The way I'm going to go home as well, or back towards Warrington anyway, I'm going to jump onto the A19 and then come off for the A69 and then straight down the M6. So it's the way I came. A19 north on this one, yep. Stay in this lane. Been a big round trip, isn't it? About 400 miles today it would have done. Yeah, just cut right across if you want, Range Rover. Don't mind the invisible truck. Right up someone's backside as well, they've just gone. And as I was just saying as well, people having accidents, etc. That's why you got drivers like that. Impatient, wrong lane, think they've got a bigger car, so they just cut in front of everybody. And don't pay attention to the surroundings, do they, unfortunately? Some more really nice views at the moment. Driving back down the A69. Currently going westbound towards the M6. But look at that, how nice that is. Hopefully the camera's picking it all up. Looks really nice. You can see for miles upon miles on a nice clear day like today. Very bright though, the sky. Obviously the sun's there, I know that, before anybody says it. Times like this you need some sunglasses, to be fair. Stop squinting. I think I might make it towards Lancaster anyway to stay tonight. Hopefully pulled over by 6:30. It's currently 4:30 at the moment, so I've got another 2 hours still to go. Just try and push it as much as I can to go down far south as I can. Need to try and find out what time the delivery is booked in for tomorrow. So actually I'll ring the office in a minute, and then I might not actually need to go as much south as I think actually. Oh, nearly. Just spoke to the guys in the office as well. It doesn't have to be delivered until, well, before 11 o'clock. So that's not too bad actually. So I've got plenty of time to get there tomorrow, which means I could probably pull off at a nice good service station on the M6 instead of pushing it going right down as far as I can, maxing out my hours. I've still got 2 hours and 20 minutes driving time, and I've got 2 hours and 20 minutes working time. I've not got a lot of time actually, I thought I had a little bit more. Approaching 13 hours of being in as well. It's currently 20 to 5, which isn't too bad. And I don't want to be pulling up at a service station rather late, because then all the good spots will be taken. It's getting delivered to Crewe as well tomorrow, so to get there from where I am now, I'm going to say 3 hours drive, give or take, maybe 3 hours and 20. So that's alright. So if I get there for say 9 o'clock plan, I don't have to leave the service station tomorrow until about 7 AM, because I would have been driving for like another hour now as well. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. Stay around another hour driving and then pull over, and then it's only about 2 hours then to get there. So get up for 6, be on the road for 6:30, 6:45, get there for about 9 o'clock. Sounds a good plan, that I think. I know I've said it quite a few times today, but the A69, it really is a nice drive on a nice clear day. Absolutely love it. All the greens are all coming out, the blues in the sky. Just looks really nice, doesn't it? Again, apologies if I keep going on about it, but I absolutely love it. I really do. And I'm really not looking forward to the winter time, if I'm being honest with you. I don't miss the wind, the rain, and the just miserable overall weather and dark nights and dark mornings. Oh, it's horrible, it really is. But when it's like this, you just got to make the most of it. You really do. Still got 141 miles until I reach the destination for delivery. Got a petrol station there if you need fuel. So it's handy that really, isn't it? Should have been middle or nowhere around here. I think I got about another 5 miles or so of this. Which I don't mind. Nice big windy roads. I'm a little bit jealous of these houses here on the left hand side because the view on the right is amazing. It really is. You can just see for miles upon miles. Shame we don't have a camera set up on that way. Much better driving this way, isn't it? Instead of going past Leeds and getting stuck in traffic, at least I'm moving this way all the time. It's a little bit longer this way, a couple of miles longer, but I don't think it's much in it wise. The distance. Time wise, it's definitely quicker. Sometimes at Leeds and Bradford you can be stuck there for some time, can't you? Time has just hit 5:30 and I've stopped over for the night over at Southwaite service station, southbound on the M6. Seems quite a good one, but parking's a little bit hit and miss really. It feels like I'm on a ferry terminal or something where you've got to park in these little lanes and you can't get out unless somebody in front lets you out or reverse out. On the other hand I could do that I suppose. Back door is still be left open as well because there's nothing valuable on there and everything is all ratchet strapped down and the pallets are pretty much from there to there each one, so they're not going to take it and it saves them slashing the side anyway. I'll be honest with you, I'm absolutely goosed today. Been up since 3 o'clock this morning, 13.5 hours done. I'm going to put my feet up and just chill out. It's not a bad service station to be fair, pretty quiet. You've got everything you need. Certainly getting full round here already. And even this area is pretty full now as well. And they're pretty cool, aren't they? These little mini tractors. For the past few hours, I've just been killing a little bit of time really, watching a film on my laptop, done a little bit of editing for this vlog today. Unfortunately, the internet is just not good enough basically to upload the files. The files are too big for it because it's 4K and they're nearly an hour long. The file sizes are absolutely huge. So when I get home, it will take about 45 minutes to an hour to upload it on there as well. And that's connected through my own Wi-Fi, which is about 500 or 600 upload. So you can imagine how big the file sizes are. Unfortunately, when they're this long, service station, you just can't hack it. And on that note, I am going to call it a day on the video, so thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks very much, take care, bye for now.